I don't know. I think that's good. What was I gonna say? I had one movie in mind, but I've been thinking about it all week. I was like, oh, that would be a good one to talk about, and then I've completely forgotten what that was.
Yeah, I always think of movies during the week, and then usually about an hour beforehand, I blank on everything.
Taylor and Alan talking about movies. They may be best friends, but they always disagree. Taylor and Alan, I seen that.
Oh, that's what I think about your ideas.
Exactly.
All right, you ready?
Wait a second. Skype sent me a message.
Uh-oh.
They said dads matter too.
Ugh,
All right, thanks, Skype. I wasn't sure if dads mattered.
they don't.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so this is a movie from 1999.
1999. It is Titanic.
Ooh, so close. I don't think you saw it when it came out.
Okay.
I don't know if I saw it when it came out. I think I saw it quite a bit later.
Yeah.
I'll give you some trivia. When one of the people sprays the priest with a hose, the camera briefly shakes. This happens because the cameraman couldn't keep himself from laughing.
I want to. Is it Jackass?
No.
Okay.
Oh, basically.
Start the podcast over.
One of the actors says he didn't want his parents to see the movie, but he couldn't convince them not to watch it. They changed their minds. They changed their minds after watching the chemical burn scene.
I stand by my first guess.
Jackass?
Hold on. Chemical burn scene. Okay, I'm not sure.
The author of the original book found the film was better than his novel.
Read the very first trivia?
The first one that I read?
Yeah.
When one of the actors sprays the priest with a hose, the camera briefly shakes. This happens because the cameraman couldn't keep himself from laughing.
I almost want to say like Fight Club.
It is Fight Club.
Okay. Okay. No, I did not see this when it came out. I didn't see it for a while.
Yeah. Did you
Pretty
know?
sure I saw it the first time at your house.
Did you know the ending when you went into it?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. Did it blow your mind?
It did.
Yeah.
I was quite shocked. When did you first see this movie?
This is another one. So I spent a lot of time at my grandma's house growing up. I know you.
Right.
I know you.
AKA
know
Blockbuster.
Yeah. And my uncle, who at the time used to live in Japan with his family, they would come back and visit for like extended periods of time, for like 2 months, 3 months at a time or whatever.
Yeah.
And they would rent tons and tons of movies and just like watch them in the living room. And so my bedroom to like where like the playroom or whatever, like where the video games were, I always had to walk through the living room to get there.
Right.
So I saw tons and tons of movies, like parts of them, just walking through growing
in
up.
10-second increments.
Yeah. And so this is one of those. I had seen the end. Like I had walked in on the end before I knew what the movie was. And so I didn't know what movie it was. So when I watched it, it was still kind of a surprise, but it was kind of like a deja vu. Like, what? I know what's happening. I have a good feeling of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it was never that shocking, but it's still got to be one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see it for a while. I was definitely a teenager by the time I saw it, and I had no idea what was going to happen. So it was a nice twist. Even now, I mean, I've seen it a few times since,
and it still surprises you every time.
I forget that he's not really there. I'm not surprised, like at the end, where I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm just like, I'll go through a scene. I'm like, oh wait, Brad Pitt is not even really there.
Yeah, I want to see this remade, but without Brad Pitt at all. So it's like
Completely cut. It's everything Ed Norton.
well, not this movie cut, but like a third person point of view. So you're just watching Ed Norton be him and
Just be
Tyler
crazy,
Durden.
like from the point of view of his boss.
Well, yeah. So, well, the end when he realizes that Tyler Durden was fake. They cut back and they show him fighting in the parking lot, punching himself. There's like 3 scenes.
You just want the whole movie of that.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Well, we kind of do see that with his boss when he's beating himself up in his office.
Yeah, but that wasn't even Tyler Durden doing it, though.
No.
That was just him being crazy.
Yeah, but that's what people would see.
No, yeah.
All the time.
But I want to see the entire movie of that. I think that would be a interesting part 2.
That'd be entertaining.
What would you even call it? Because it's not a sequel. It's not a prequel. It's the exact same thing.
It would be like a... It would almost be like... Well... Yeah, I don't know what the name would be called.
Because it would just go over the same... It'd just be a new point of
with
view.
The first movie.
Yeah.
Would it be from various different characters' point of view, all watching him go crazy?
Yeah, I just want to see... I think just showing... just shot for shot, exactly the same, but just him being crazy, yeah. Or even
I go that.
him establishing... even him establishing all the other fight clubs around the country.
Yeah. I think that we are going to need to make this movie.
That's a good idea.
I don't know Ed Norton personally, but I feel like he'd probably be on board.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just send him a copy or a link to this podcast, and he'll understand.
Yeah. Once he hears the pitch, yeah, he'll be on board.
So what did you think of this movie?
I think it's a great movie. I've probably seen it 4 times, and it's always great. I enjoy it.
Your way with words is amazing.
Yeah. There's something about, what's the girl, like, Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
She just bothers me so much. I don't know. And I know it's probably just because she's a good actress, but I always feel like her being this like cracked out, druggy person is like that's just her in real life also, and she always kind of just grosses me out. I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to think what else I've seen her in.
So she's in pretty much any movie with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And also Harry Potter. She's a bad person.
She's going to be in Ocean's 8.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that. The female Ocean's 11.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Matt Damon is in it. Sandra Bullock.
Does he play the same person?
Probably, I would guess.
Linus?
Linus Caldwell, yeah. Dakota Fanning, Olivia Munn, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I think
Helena
I remember hearing that
Bonham
Sandra
Carter.
Bullock was like the George Clooney.
Debbie Ocean is her name.
Oh, really?
Is Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Debbie Ocean.
What do you...
Do these take place in the same universe?
I would assume so.
And it only takes 8 women to do the same job as 11 men?
Yeah, don't you know?
Well, right on.
That's the reason why they get paid 73 cents to the dollar. Because they're more efficient.
That's true. I buy it.
How do you feel about these women remake type things?
Well, I mean, the only one I can really think of is Ghostbusters, which I haven't seen yet.
I have not seen it
because it didn't get great reviews. So I'm sure I'll see it eventually. I just haven't yet. I like the original Ghostbusters.
Well, there was like a lot of hate for the new
sure
Ghostbusters. And I saw somewhere, I think it was probably on Reddit or something, someone made a post about how they're like, oh, Wonder Woman is doing so great in the box office. How can people say that Ghostbusters failed because of sexism or whatever?
Uh-huh.
And I think that's a pretty valid point. I think if Ghostbusters would have been remade with guys, people would have been equally as
it's probably
uninterested.
just not a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's not because it's women; it's just because it wasn't written well or whatever.
Well, I think it being women had part of it too, but it was like because it was only women, it was like so aggressively different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it's just a weird choice to be like, oh, well, we're only doing women. Which I know is kind of the point of it, but like, I don't know, it just seems goofy to me. Like this Ocean's 8 remake.
It definitely, yeah.
Like I understand they're like, oh, well, before it was only men, so it shouldn't be a problem to be only women, but it feels much more natural for Ocean's 11 when it was made that it was only men. No one was like, oh, how come there's no women in this? But when you
I don't remember ever saying that.
When you have the response of we're now only going to put women in it, it's the statement is
why not just do like a co-ed group?
Yeah.
Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. I mean, even in Ocean's 12, Julia Roberts is technically part of the team.
Yeah, but she's not really.
She's 12. I know it's minor, I'm just saying.
Is she the 12th?
I believe so.
I didn't think so.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it for a long time.
In my opinion, that's the worst movie.
Yeah. And like, I don't consider myself a feminist, but I have 3 daughters and I want the best for them. Like, I don't think there's any... I don't consider myself to be a feminist in the way people take that word to mean, but I think equality is important between the sexes.
Well, you don't have to be a feminist to want those things. That's just being a good person, I think.
Well, I'm not a good person.
Well, no. I mean, generally. For you, no.
But yeah, so like it's just kind of a weird thing to do. Like it doesn't feel like progress to be like we're remaking Ocean's 11 with only women or Ghostbusters with only women.
Only doing it just to do it instead of like because they have a great idea.
Yeah.
And they think that like that's the best way to do it. Yeah. I don't know.
But Fight Club, only women. I'd be on board.
All women Fight Club would be great.
Who would you cast as Tyler Durden or Brad Pitt's character?
Are we? That's a good question.
Ronda Rousey? She's a terrible actress.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pass. Who is the Brad Pitt of women? I guess is the real question. I don't know. That is a good question.
That's the question for the ages. Who is the Brad Pitt of women?
Who is the Brad Pitt of women? Who is Ed Norton of women?
Would Angelina Jolie be the Brad Pitt of women?
I thought about that.
But is that just because they were married?
Probably. I think the Edward Norton of women is Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini. I don't know who that is.
She was in
Scooby-Doo?
Show Freaks and Geeks. Yeah, Scooby-Doo and Grandma's Boy.
That's a weird choice.
That is the female Ed Norton.
I don't know about that.
That's a fact. That is. Who else?
Scarlett Johansson could be the female Brad Pitt.
You think so?
With all the Avengers stuff?
Yeah, but I want someone who seems like they're also crazy.
Oh.
She doesn't have the craziness.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of someone who looks like Brad Pitt. That's all I can really do.
Yeah, I can't think of a female Brad Pitt.
You could do Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie as female
as
Brad Pitt?
Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a terrible choice.
that's the best I can think of. Because she's definitely comes off as crazy.
Yeah. Well, who would you replace Helena Bonham Carter with?
Ed Norton.
Oh, interesting.
No, it would definitely have to be Johnny Depp.
Oh, no. We want to make a good movie here.
Okay, so then we're gonna go
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera. That's it.
Yeah, that's who we should go with. Here we go.
I'm on board.
We're gonna remake. So we're gonna remake the original Fight Club with the original actors, but just from a different perspective, and then remake Fight Club again, but with gender. What was it gender switching?
Gender swapping.
Yeah.
Gender reversal.
These.
So would it be the exact same story, or would it be a new story?
No, it'd be exactly the same. Both remakes would be exactly the same. Just one would be a different view, and one would be a different gender.
But then we'd have to do a third movie where it's the same concept for our Fight Club sequel, but for the woman version.
Yeah. So we got 3 movies on the docket.
We just built a franchise right now.
That is true, and they all use one script.
Exactly.
It easy.
That makes it real easy.
You want to start the Kickstarter?
Yeah, I'll start the Kickstarter.
All right.
I'll kickstart that.
I
I think it's a great. We got a good concept here.
Yeah. Well, Jared Leto was in this movie in Fight Club, the original.
Was he?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm trying to picture him.
He was the blonde-haired guy that gets like beat up real bad. His face gets all swollen.
Honestly, the only people I really remember is Ed Norton, Brad Pitt, Helena Bonham Carter, and the dude who played Bob. His name was Bob. And I really don't remember anyone else.
Meatloaf played Bob. I thought Jared Leto was in this. I don't...
I can kind of picture it, but I'm not sure.
Did I just make that up? Who is that guy? We gotta Google this real quick. Nope. Yeah, not Jared Leto.
Not in it? So who are you thinking of?
Oh, no, it is Jared Leto. Just kidding. Angel Face is his name.
That must have been his... That's got to be one of his early movies.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, all right.
Why don't I see him on IMDb, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now.
Yeah, Jared Leto. Angel Face. He's like way down on the list.
Oh, I confirmed it. Okay.
Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy.
I don't remember him in the movie, but
he was the blonde guy who Edward Norton's character comes in, picks a fight with him, and like breaks all his teeth. And Tyler Durden's like, "What was that about?" He's like, "I just wanted to break something beautiful." And
yeah.
Then the next day, his face was all like swollen,
all jacked up.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Would you want to join Fight Club? Do you feel like that would improve your life to be a part of this Fight Club?
Well, I don't want to say anything.
You can't talk about it.
It may already be part of something similar.
There's some of the rules.
The rules are you can freely talk about Fight Club.
Oh, really? The movie?
The movie. That's well, yeah. No, what you thought it was a real Fight Club? No, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have been allowed to do this podcast had I not been allowed to talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. All right, well, do you have anything else to say about Fight Club?
What is your rating system?
Oh, yeah. Right now, I would probably watch it.
All the way through?
I would actually probably, like, get the DVD version. If I'm flipping through the channels and it comes on, I'm like, oh, yeah, I should watch this. And I would probably, like, actually watch the movie without commercials.
Oh, so this is like one of your highest ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie for a long time.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I might watch it all the way through. I would definitely at least watch until commercial.
Yeah.
But I'd probably watch it all the way through. That's where I'm at.
Well, it also depends on where it's at in the movie, because there's some slower parts.
Yeah, if it's like halfway through, I don't know. I don't want to just watch the end.
Yeah. Well, I think the beginning is probably the best. Like the start of the movie. Once they start moving people into the house, I think it kind of slows down a bit. But that's because
that's true.
There's no more fights. They just start causing mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was Fight Club.
That was Fight Club.
Hopefully this year our 3 versions of Fight Club will be coming out.
Yeah, I'm going to start the script right now.
We could get it out by December, right? And then it'll be ready for award season next year.
Yeah, I hope to have it for award season 2018.
Yeah. Did you say you're going to start the script? We already have the script.
Well, by start the script, I mean
print
it
out
online and print it out.
Uh,
Yeah, that's about it.